Good morning, all my favorite people. We are going to finish up this living room tonight with a deep carpet clean and some straightening up, and I am going to get a placeholder on the wall behind my couch so that something is behind there and it's not just a big wall with nothing on it. I'm still looking for what I want to put on that wall, but for now, that will work. First, I'm going to start out by cleaning out my clogged up vacuum. I don't know what I vacuumed up, but apparently the vacuum did not like it. So we are getting it cleaned up, and I'm going to vacuum and get this carpet completely steam cleaned once and for all. I do have to say, it has been quite some time since I steam cleaned, and there was macaroni and cheese on the rug, stains from that, stains from coffee and everything else, so it was really getting time to do this. And the next thing I'm going to need to tackle in a separate video is my couch cushions need to be washed. They've had coffee spilt on them not once but twice by yours truly. I have had this steam cleaner, I would say, past a good 2 years, and I will tell you it is a lifesaver when you have pets or you just spill lots of things or anything like that. If you live in your house and you have carpet or furniture, these are a must. I will tell you, it has been one heck of a day, right from starting at 4 o'clock in the morning. Greg woke me up and told me it was cold in the house, and sure enough it was, because the pellet stove was out. And, you know, I thought maybe it had run out of pellets, opened it up, went to pour pellets in, and it was half full. So poured the rest of them in, but thought it was really strange. Why was it out? And so I look, and the control panel on the stove, which controls the entire pellet stove, was off, and I could not get it to come back on. Well, I happen to remember my son Tyler across the street had a control panel, an extra one, and we called him up, and I will tell you, he came right over, and before we even installed the new control panel, Trevor had been messing around with the other one. He plugged it in and unplugged it and did it a couple of times, and the original one came back on. We have no idea what was wrong with it, but I will tell you, it gives you a pretty good wake-up call when you realize that you have zero heat. I do have a couple of heaters, and I have a kerosene heater, but really nobody wants to run those type of things because they are expensive to run. So thankfully it came back on, and we were able to get that fixed. A big thank you to Trevor and Tyler, who got up early in the morning to make sure that we were taken care of. Now add to that, tonight, as I was making dinner, I took a pan off the stove, and lo and behold, Mocha jumped directly on the burner, got one of her paws on the burner, but barely got on it for maybe a quarter of a second before she jumped down. And she seems fine. I've checked her paw, soaked it in some cold water, and she seems none for the worse, but she literally gave me a heart attack. The extension cord, you cannot see what it's plugged into, but I actually have jury-rigged a fan up on the ceiling that isn't there yet, so that it will blow the hot air back down into the room because the air congregates on the ceiling. If you take the temperature at the top of my ceiling, it's very close to 85 degrees, even though it's 70 something in the room itself. This right here is not permanent. This is a temporary placeholder just to put something on this wall while I find what I consider to be perfect. I think this is pretty, just not something I really want up in my living room permanently, and I should have ironed it, but did I? No. So yeah, it's very temporary, and I am going to get some of this cat hair up off the couch. Disgusting. Half a cat. So I decided against getting any new throws. I decided on getting a few other things that I wanted. In fact, I bought a new monitor for my computer so that I can have dual monitors. And what else did I buy? Dish soap, lots of dish soap. But I decided against the throws. I think I have a few throws that will go with what's on the wall to pull out the pinks and the reddish colors and so forth. So I think that will all work out. I have been playing around with some ideas for thumbnails, and I am trying to come up with something permanent so that when you see them, you will know it's me if you're scanning through. And I am still messing around with ideas, so what you see for my thumbnails will probably change as of this video again. Once I come to something permanent, you will know because I will have chosen a color and pretty much will try to stick to that, even though I'm not great about sticking to things. I'm going to very much try. Unless it's a holiday and it's a holiday type video, the color might change a little bit for that particular holiday. But the idea of the thumbnail should still remain somewhat the same. How many of you are struggling like I am after the holidays to keep the house clean? I don't know what it is, but every year after the holidays, it seems like I hit this low spot, and it is harder than heck to keep things up and to keep going. Maybe it's the lack of sun because it's getting dark so early. Hopefully that's going to start changing here soon, and it will just lighten up a little bit more. I do sleep late sometimes, and unfortunately that makes it so I see less of the sun than a lot of other people do, but that's because I'm up late so much. So I really, during the winter, need to start going to bed earlier so I can get up earlier and enjoy more of the sunshine. I do not plan to leave this quilt on the back of the couch forever. I realize that it kind of clashes with the picture on the wall, but for now that's what I have down here. I've got to go through what I have upstairs and find something that matches a little bit better, that I'm sure is much less patterned and so forth. When I get something to put on my wall, I can already tell you it will not be as busy as the picture on the wall. But I think, want something with the pinks and, the colors that I really prefer on it. I don't think that the picture on the wall is far from, when you see it, you do think of me, but I just think it's a little extra pattern for this wall and for the living room. I will say one thing I really, really love about having this wall is I no longer have to hook my couches together, which is kind of a pain if you need to move it or whatever, that I can just push it back against the wall and it stays where I put it. Yay. I am actually pretty excited about that because I hated linking the couches together.
I think he's still sleeping. Is he? I think so. Shake the treats and see if he comes. Pookie! Come on, baby. We'll come over, Daddy. Pookie? Yeah, she's right there. Where? At the bottom of the stairs.
This blanket that my son and daughter-in-law bought for Greg is the coziest blanket I have ever sat with on the couch. It is so warm and snuggly. It's got that fluffy, fleecy stuff on the back of it, and it is just snuggly and warm. I just love it. And Greg does too. I let him have it during the day, but when he's not down here, you want to bet Mama's got his blanket. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and allowing me to be a part of your journey. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, or leave me a comment. Every little bit helps grow this wonderful community of ours. Your support truly means the world to me, and it's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. I want to remind you that every small task you do, every corner you tidy, and every little bit of effort you put into your home is a step toward creating that warm and loving space for yourself and your family. Never underestimate the impact of the care and the love you pour into your home. It's a reflection of you, and it is beautiful. So keep going. Even on the days when it feels hard, you're making progress, and you're doing better than you think. I'm cheering you on. Always. Until next time, take care, and as always, happy cleaning. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.